Hi guys, my name is Saddam Qasim and in this video I'm gonna show you how you can make a beautiful website with WordPress free of cost. But before going ahead, I have a very important information for you. If you would like to learn WordPress free of cost live with me, then you can join my upcoming webinar where I will show you how exactly I started my career from a call center. I left the job and today I'm a successful WordPress developer. On an average, my monthly income is 5,000 US dollar. So in the upcoming webinar, I will be showing you how exactly I started, and if you follow the same strategy, you too can make a good amount of money. So I will be showing you live how to build websites, how to create pages, menus, and rest of the things. And after learning WordPress, I will also be showing you how you can earn money with the help of freelancing or what are the opportunities for a WordPress developer. So do not miss that webinar. It's 100% free of cost. You can check the webinar details in the video description below. Go ahead and check it out. So let's come back to this video. So before starting the WordPress development, before starting the website development, we need to understand three important things. First one is the domain name, second one is the web hosting, and third one is the website development. So domain name is the name of your website, just like google.com, amazon.com, ebay.com. So these .com names are basically the domain names of your website through which user can hit into your website. They can visit your website. On the other hand, web hosting is the space that we purchase on the internet for our website. So web hosting is very important element. It keeps your website live on the internet. And third one is website development that we have to do now. So domain name and hosting are third party elements. We need to purchase them. And after that, we can start developing the website with the help of WordPress. So let's jump onto my laptop screen. So firstly, we need to buy a domain name and the web hosting plan. Simply go on to the website, that is hostgator.com. There are so many web hosting companies in the market, but I suggest HostGator as I am using their services for about 7 years and I am happy with that. The good thing about HostGator is that when you sign up for the 1-year plan with the web hosting, then they provide you free of cost domain. So here you can save around $11 or $12 a year. You just need to click on Get Started button, or you can simply hover on this hosting menu and then go on to the shared hosting. Alright, now let's scroll down. HostGator offers you 3 hosting plan: Hatchling plan, Baby plan and Business plan. Hatchling plan is the one that we are going to use today, that offers us to host single website, and it also includes free SSL as well as free domain name when we sign up for 1 year. So let's go on to this buy now button. Now this is the checkout page where firstly we need to check the availability of our domain. So let's say we are going to search for a domain that is ice cream 99. .com is already selected. Just click outside area and it will check the availability of this domain name. Okay, so this domain name is available and it is free for 1 year. Leave other extensions as it is. Now let's scroll down. Here we have domain privacy protection that costs you $15 a year. Just uncheck this checkbox. We do not need it. Now second point is choose a hosting plan. We have already selected the Hatchling plan, but if you have changed your mind and you would like to switch the hosting plan, then you can switch over here. I'm just leaving it to Hatchling. Here we can select the billing cycle. Now to get the free domain, you need to buy at least 12 months of web hosting. That includes free domain name. If you go ahead with 1 month, 3 month or 6 month, then you will not get the domain name and you have to buy them separately, or you have to pay extra money for that. So I suggest you to go ahead with 12 months at least. Now let's scroll down. Here we can sign up for a HostGator account. You can simply enter your email address, password, and here you have to create a 4-digit PIN. This security PIN will be asked whenever you will be needing the customer support from the HostGator team. So you can create any 4 digits over here. Then after fourth point is enter your billing information. Here you have to enter all the entire details which is asking onto this form. On the right hand side we have the payment type. Whether you would like to pay with the debit or credit card, then you can keep this option checked. Otherwise you can jump onto the PayPal option. I'm not going to buy this hosting and domain right now because I already have an account with HostGator. I already have a domain name. So this is just for the demonstration, and the same steps you also have to follow. And after that you need to scroll down. Here you can see add additional services. Just uncheck all these checkboxes. They are just trying to earn some extra bucks from you, but I will try to save your money as much as possible. Okay, so just uncheck all these add-ons options. Here a default coupon code is enter. You just need to enter over here web 27 am. So this coupon code can help you to save more. Let's click on validate. Now scroll down. Here you can see instant activation, free 45 days money back guarantee, domain registration icecream99.com. It is free for 1 year, and hashtag plan is costing around $47.40, and here you are getting a discount of $77.99. that is almost equivalent to $78. So the total you have to pay is just $50. That includes 1 year hosting as well as 1 year domain name. I think that is really a good deal. After that, you need to check this checkbox and then click on checkout now. So once you will make the payment successfully, after that HostGator will be sending you a welcome email with all the credentials. So you must have to save those credentials somewhere onto your computer or in your notepad. They will also be sending you a cPanel login details. So cPanel looks something like this. I'm just going to open the cPanel screen. Okay, so this is basically kind of cPanel, or we can say control panel of the website, from where we can maintain the entire website core files like database and rest of the things. So they will be sending you the login details of the cPanel into your inbox. Make sure to check your junk folder as well. So let me go ahead and we can log into our cPanel account. So this is the cPanel where we can see so many options available like file manager, images, directory. Here we can find out this WordPress manager by Software Class, site software, quick install. So these are the 3 applications that can be used to install WordPress onto the domain name. So we have already bought the domain name and web hosting. Now it's time to install WordPress onto the domain name. So I'm going to use a domain name that is fooddrink.in. Right now, this is how the domain name looks like when you purchase the domain. It's completely blank. So let's go ahead and we can install WordPress on this domain name. Now here I'm going to use this option, Software Class Apps Installer. You can also find this option into your HostGator dashboard. And here we can see this WordPress. Let's click on install, and then again we need to click on install. So this is basically the WordPress installation form where we can install WordPress onto the domain name. Now choose installation URL. This is the protocol HTTP or HTTPS. So nowadays it is highly recommended that you should use the HTTPS protocol. So I'm just leaving it to HTTPS. From this drop down, we need to select the domain name on which we would like to install the WordPress. So I'm just going to select the fooddrink.in from this domain name. Alright, so that is the fooddrink.in. Make sure the directory box should be empty. Do not put anything in this box. Now let's scroll down. Here we can see site name, my blog. So here you can type a site name just like fooddrink, and here we can type a site description like fresh vegetables. You can change the site name and site description later on from the WordPress dashboard itself. I'll show you how. Now let's scroll down. This section is very important where we have to create an admin username and the password for our WordPress website. So here we can enter something like Saddam789, and I can create a strong password like India $789 $456 then U then underscore. You can create a strong password, that's completely up to you. I just need to copy this password because I also have very short memory. So I'm just putting it over here. Okay, here you can enter your admin email address. I'm just entering my email address, saddamkasim@hotmail.com. Alright, let's scroll down. Leave this language option as it is. Leave this select plugins as it is. Advanced option as it is. Select theme as it is. And then after, here you need to enter your email address, email installation details too. So I'm also entering saddamkasim@hotmail.com over here. So whatever the installation details we have filled at the top over here, all those details will be sent onto this email address. At last, we need to click on install. So the WordPress installation process has been started, and it will take a couple of minutes to install WordPress onto the domain name. The WordPress software has successfully been installed and activated onto our domain name, that is fooddrink.in. Now let's go on to the new tab and we can type the domain name once again, that is fooddrink.in. So here you can see there's a default landing page. Earlier when we didn't install the WordPress, then there was a blank page on this domain. But right now we have some kind of ugly landing page over here. No worries, we'll be going ahead to customize this entire web page and we'll make it beautiful, we'll make it amazing. Now, here you can see another URL, that is administrative URL, and after the domain name there is wp-admin. So to access the backend of your WordPress website, you must have to add /wp-admin just next to your domain name. So I'm opening a new tab and we can type fooddrink.in then /wp-admin. So as we can see over here, this is the WordPress login screen where it is asking for the username and the password. So we need to enter my username, that is Saddam789. I have created the same username and we have this password that I had created. So let's copy it from here and I can paste it in this box. At last login, I'm saving this password. Here we go. So this is the WordPress dashboard from where we can manage the entire website. We can create the content onto the web pages, we can create the pages, we can create the menu, we can upload the media files on your web pages, and almost everything can be done from this area. On the left hand side, we can see so many options like post. This is used to write the articles or the blog post on your website. Media is the section where all the media files get stored. Whenever you will be creating the web pages, you must be using the media files on your web pages. So all those media files get stored into the library. Pages is the section from where we can create pages for our website. You can create unlimited pages, but the size totally depends on the hosting that you choose. Then we have this comment section and then we have appearance. So under the appearance, we can find this option theme. Theme is basically a kind of thing that defines how exactly your website will look like. So we'll be installing a great theme into this website, and plugins are basically small softwares which can add the functionality in your website. For example, if you want to create contact form, then you can install the contact form plugin, and this is the WP form. That is basically a plugin that we have installed into the website. Actually, I haven't installed it, but when you install WordPress first time through the HostGator, they automatically install a few plugins. So we can simply go onto the plugins and then install plugins. Here we can check the list of all the plugins which are currently active or installed on your website. So let's scroll down. Here we can see Akismet Anti-Spam, Hello Dolly. These are not bold letters. That means these plugins are installed but they are not active. But these plugins are active, like Jetpack by WordPress.com, Mojo Marketplace, Opt-in Monster, and WP Forms Lite. So these are some of the plugins which are pre-installed onto your website. We do not need some of the plugins, so I can simply go ahead, check these plugins and then deactivate them, because we need to delete all these plugins. And to delete a plugin, firstly you have to deactivate those plugins. Alright, now we can select all of them at once. Just uncheck the WP Forms plugin. This plugin will be used to create the contact forms. Then go ahead, bulk action and delete. These are the extra plugins. Let's apply and then OK. Like this. So all these extra plugins are deleted. Now let's go ahead and we can create a page for our website. So we can simply jump onto the pages and then click on add new. So this is the section from where we can create the page for our WordPress website. As you can see over here, add title. So just type the title of the page over here, just like home. Right now we are going to create a blank page. We are not going to create content on this page. So just type the page name, and on the right hand side we can see publish option. Just click on publish, again publish, and this page will be published onto your website. As we can see over here, page published. Then we can click on view page and open it into a new tab. Here we go. So this is a blank home page. As we can see, there is no content. These are some of the default content, so we have to remove them. Now our next task is we have to install a good theme that will define how exactly our website look like. So I always suggest to go ahead with the Astra theme. Here we need to click on this WordPress icon, then go on to the appearance and click on themes. Now click on the add new button at the very top. In the search theme box, we can type Astra. So the first theme is Astra. This is one of the best free and great theme. It is lightweight theme that loads your website faster. Do not install this Astral, just install this Astra theme. And we can make almost any type of website on this Astra theme. The preview is not loading up right now. I think my internet connection is a little bit slow, but that's okay. So we can activate this theme. Now I have just installed and activated this Astra theme. So this is the preview. Now let's go ahead and we can refresh our home page. Here we go. So you can see the complete design layout has been changed. I know this also doesn't look good at all, but that's not a problem. We'll be making this page more impressive in the upcoming few minutes. But right now the design of this entire web page has been changed. So the very top section, this is the top section as you can see, which has the white background. This section is called the header. And then at the very bottom section, which has the credits of this website, this is called the footer section. And the middle section is called body section, where we create the content. So whatever the content we create onto the header, I mean the logo or the menus, and the footer content like these credits, these content are always common onto the entire website. I mean, on all the pages, these content will remain common. They doesn't change, but the body area content get changed. Now, next step is we need to install a free plugin that can help you to build the content onto this web page. So we can go back. Now jump onto the plugins and then click on add new. Now we have to install a free plugin, that is what we call Elementor. This is one of the best plugin that helps you to create the web pages content with drag and drop interface. So you do not need to write a single line of code. The first plugin is Elementor Website Builder. It has more than 5 million active installations and more than 5,000 active reviews. So just install and activate this plugin. So the Elementor plugin has successfully been installed and this is the welcome screen. Now, before going ahead, let me show you one thing. As you can see over here, this is the page that we have created with the name home. Now, if you check the URL of this page, fooddrink.in then /home. But this page should be opened when I just remove this home and I open the main domain, that is fooddrink.in. So when I open the main domain, still I can see that kind of default blog post. So what is the reason? The reason is that we have created a page with the name home, but we haven't specified that the page with the name home should be the front page of your website. How WordPress will understand that whenever someone comes onto this main domain, then the page with the name home should be opened. So we have to specify that as well. Go on to the backend. Here under the settings, you can see the third option, reading. Just click on it. And right now your home page displays your latest post. Select the second radio button, then go on to the home page drop down and from here select the page with the name home. So now home will be opened when someone directly hits your main domain name. At last click on save changes and now we can refresh our main domain name. Here we go. So now this is the page with the name home. Now let's go ahead and we can create content onto this web page. So go back onto the pages section. To edit a page, you just need to click on the edit link just below that title. Now one more thing, when you install WordPress first time, by default, you will be seeing these two pages, privacy policy and sample page. So these pages gets automatically created by the WordPress. Simply click on edit under the home title. Okay, now on the right hand side, we can see extra settings. So you have to do some basic settings over here, sidebar. Right now it is selected customizer setting, select no sidebar. Now what is sidebar? Sidebar is the area that appears over here. This is the sidebar. If you will not disable the sidebar, it will be appearing on all the pages. So make sure to disable it. Second one is content layout. So from here select full width stretch. So whatever the content you will create onto the page, that will occupy the complete width of the browser. And here we have few more options like disable title, disable breadcrumb. So these two things will not be displayed onto the home page. At last click on update. So these settings will be saved. Now let's click on edit with Elementor. So the Elementor screen will be loaded. Here we go. So this is the Elementor screen. On the left hand side, we can see there are so many elements, or we can call them as a widgets, like this heading. So whenever you would like to write any heading, then you can use this heading widget. In the same way, if you would like to display an image, then you can use this image widget. This video will be used to display YouTube videos on your website. This is the button element. So all you need to do is just drag it from the left hand side and drop it on the right hand side. So the button will automatically be created. So let me explain you how exactly these all things work. Right now here we can see there is a plus icon. Just click on it. Now these are basically called the sections. Section is a kind of container on which we can put the content, like images or videos can be placed onto the container or onto the section. So this is the section with the one column. This section is divided into two columns. So in the first half column, we can display some kind of heading or buttons. And in the remaining half column, we can display like images or videos. In the same way, you can select your own structure from here. So firstly, I'm selecting this first one. So this is the section. As you can see, the blue border. Now, whatever the content you need to display onto the web page, you have to put all those content inside this section. So you can see this plus icon. Just click on it. Then these widgets will be available. Drop from the left hand side on the right area, and then you can edit those widgets. So I have an example website and we are going to build a similar website. So this is the nutritionist website. Let's open it into a new tab. Okay, so this is the kind of website that we are going to build today in this entire video. As we can see, we have this kind of background image, then we have the heading with the different colors, and then we have the buttons with the hover effect. And at the menu, we can see when I click on any of the menu, it is calls to a specific section. So these type of websites are basically called one page website or one pager website. See the smile of this beautiful lady. She looks really awesome, but she's not the doctor. I know, she's just a model for this website. So anyways, we are going to use her image as well to display onto the web page, and then we can create these type of buttons. Now this is the magic. As you can see, these are called the counters, or we can say the counter values. So you can set your own number, and those numbers will automatically be increased, or they will be showing as running when someone open that specific section. Now when I click on my program, it automatically scrolls onto the program section. So this website is really amazing. I mean, this is just a one page website where we can display all the content. All right, so let's go ahead and we can create this type of website. Firstly, I'm going to save this background image. So right click and then view background image and then save this image. I'm going to steal this image actually. So let me create a folder onto the home page. I need to find out that's food drink. Now let's go ahead and we can save this image. Okay, now let's go back. So in the same way, you can also download the demo images from the websites. Just right click and then save image, and we can save it. In the same way, we have this background image. Go ahead, view background image, and then save this image. So these are the assets that we are going to use in this entire video, and this is just for the demonstration. All right, I'm going to show you how exactly these all things works, and that's why I'm just saving these images. It might be a copyright issue when you will be working on your live project, so make sure to use your own original images. Then we have these sections, so just save all these images. Okay, I think I have almost downloaded all the images. This one is left. Okay, perfect. Let's download this lady image as well. And then I can download this portfolio image. Okay, I think that's fine. So let's go ahead and we can start creating this type of section first. All right, so we can go on to the Elementor. We already have this section. Now you must need to understand that this is also a kind of section which is divided into two columns. In the first half column, the developer has just put the headings or some kind of text over here with the buttons. On the right hand side, we can see this is just a blank column. There's no content, but this is just a background image that he has set up into the section background. So let's go ahead and we can set a background image to this section. So you can see these 6 little dots over here. Right click and then edit section. Now these settings will be opened on the left hand side. So we have 3 tabs: layout, style and advanced. Go on to the layout, because to play with the colors or with the background images, you must need to jump onto the style tab. So here we can see background type. This is classic. Just click on it. And then we have the option image. Choose image. Now let's go ahead and we can upload an image from our folder. So that is the folder. I think this was the image. So let's open it. So we are going to make a similar website, right? Now let's click on insert media. This image is automatically being loaded onto our media library, and very shortly we'll be seeing the preview over here. So right now it is not increased over here. The reason is that the height of a specific section is defined by the content that we put inside it. We haven't put any content right now inside this section. That's why the height is too less and the background image is not showing. But it's really not a problem. What we need to do, just right click on these little dots, edit section, then go on to the layout. And here we can see so many options. The third one is height. Right now it is default. Just set it to fit to screen. So the entire height of this section will be increased. Now next thing, go on to the style. We have set up a background image. This is the background image. Make sure the position should be center, and then after, repeat should be no repeat, and size should be cover, like this. Okay. Now inside this section, we can see there is a column. This is basically kind of column that indicates with a blue or black icon. So this is just a one column. We need to add one more column. So just right click on this column, and here you can see an option, add new column. Just click on it. And now we have two columns. This is the second one and that is the first one. So in the first column, we need to put some content. So let's jump onto the nutritionist website, and here we can see this is the text written. Just copy it from here. I'm going on to the Elementor screen. Now to write a heading, we have the heading widget. Just drop it over here. And then on the left hand side, we can see this box, write your own text. So I'm just pasting the one that I have copied from there. Second thing is that we need to match the font style as well as the font color. To get the color code of this font, I mean that is an orange font, right click and then click on inspect element. Remember, I am on the Mozilla Firefox browser. So this thing only works onto the Mozilla Firefox browser. Then we have this color picker over here, this little color picker. Click on it. Now move your mouse onto the desired font or onto the desired area. So here it is the orange color. Let's click on and it will copy it. So the color code has been copied. I'm just pasting it in this box. That is the color code. Go back onto the Elementor. Now this is the heading. Right click on edit heading. Then jump onto the style. As I already told you to play with the colors and rest of the things, you need to jump onto the style. Here the text color is blue. As you can see, that is the blue font. Click on this color icon and then in this box paste the color code that we have already copied. So this is the orange color. Now we can change the font style and we can transform this font. So go on to the typography and then here we can select a different font family just like Lato, or I can select Poppins. This is one of my favorite heading font. Next thing is that we can increase or decrease the weight. So I'm just leaving the weight as it is, or let's make it 500. And here we can see transform. So make it uppercase. All these letters will be in uppercase. And then we have the letter spacing. So let's increase the spaces in between the letters. And also we have the font size option over here. So I think that looks fine. Now next thing is there's a big heading over here. I am Laura Vidal, your personal nutritionist. Okay, so she is the Laura. Actually, she is not. So let's copy the text from here. Again, just copy it. Now, there's a very good thing about Elementor and WordPress that you can duplicate an existing element. So we already have this heading over here. Let's duplicate it. Just right click and then duplicate. So it will be duplicated. Now it's time to edit this second heading. So again, right click, edit. Left hand side, the settings will be opened. We can paste the Laura text over here. Now let's jump onto this style. We can change the font color to black and go into the typography and increase the font size from here like this. Okay, now as we can see over here, the alignment is center. This thing is center. This is also in center. So let's go back and we can align this text, this heading to center. Right click, edit, go on to the content, and here we have the alignment option. So click on it and it will be centrally aligned. In the same way, we can go on to this text and then content and then center. That's so simple. Now it's time to add this kind of divider. So this is basically kind of advanced divider, or you can use an image. I'm not using it right now, but later on I'll show you how we can accomplish this type of task with the help of Elementor Pro plugin. Now, this is another text, just copy it from here. But this is not a heading. This is a kind of paragraph text. So here we have another widget available. Just click on this little grid icon and you will be seeing a list of all the widgets available. This is the text editor. Just drop it below the heading and it will appear over here like this. Now it's time to change all type of text from here. So just go on to this left panel. It is automatically been opened. If you can't see this type of box, then you need to right click, then edit text editor, and under the content you will be seeing this text editor. So click on it and we can paste the text that I had copied. It's time to align them to center. So Control A, select all the text, and here you can see this kind of option: align left, align center, align right. If you can't see these options, then you will be seeing this type of option, toggle, toolbar toggle. Click on it and then align center. So they will also be centrally aligned. It's time to change the font color. Jump onto this style. Here is the text color. Just make it a little bit gray color, so they will be better visible. And let's increase the font size a little bit. So let's increase it from here like this. That's really very super easy. It's time to click on update, because whenever you make any change on your website, make sure to update the page so all the changes will be saved. Now let's go ahead and we can refresh our home page. So guys, you can see this is how we can add the content onto a page. You can see over here, it looks a little bit similar to the one that we have used over here, and we are going to make it more similar. Okay, so that's really super easy. There are so many settings that you need to play with in order to match a website to a reference website. Now let's go ahead and we can put a button over here. So go on to the Elementor, click on this grid icon, and here we have the button. Just drop it below this text. Okay, firstly we need to align it to center. So on the left hand side, we can see button settings are already opened. If it is not opened, I'm again repeating, right click on it and then edit button. Now align it to center. Second thing, we need to make the button to the same orange color. So again, how you can get the orange color, I have already copied from here, but in case if you forget, then all you need to do is just right click, edit heading, go on to the style, and you will be finding the text color code from here. So just copy the code from here. Now go on to this button. So this is the button setting. Then jump onto the style. Here we can see background color green. So make it orange like this. If you would like to set a hover color, click on this hover tab, and here again we can change this color to like something like, let's make it green type. So when someone put a mouse onto this button, then the button color will be changed to green. Okay, now let's put the mouse over here. You can see on hover the button color changes. Now next thing is that we need to copy the text, so it is about me. Let's go ahead and we can type about me. So click on this content tab, and here we can see text box. Type here about me, and here you can put the link of the page that you would like to open when someone click on this button. So let's say I'm opening Google over here. So that's really simple. At last, click on update. Now let's refresh our home page. Here we go. So this is how we can create the content on our page. Now it's time to create few more content. So let's scroll down. It's time to put this Laura image over here, and then we can put the text on the right hand side. Okay, so the mechanism is again simple. Just take a new section, and then inside this section we need to take another section. So here we can see inner section. Just drop it inside it. In the left side we can display the image, and make sure the first column has less width than the second one. So here we need to set the width as well. Just put your mouse and then make it 33%. I think that could be fine. 33.3. Okay, so here we can display an image. Just click on this plus. Here we have the image widget. Drop inside it, and then click on choose image. It's time to upload the Laura image. So here we have this Laura. Open it, and it will be uploaded into your media library. Okay, now let's click on insert. So image appears over here like this. Make sure to set the image size. Right now it is 1024 pixel. Just make it full. And here we can see on the nutritionist page, this image has the circular layout. So how we can do that? That's pretty simple. Firstly, you need to edit this image. Go on to this style, and here you can see border radius. Just increase the border radius and it will add the circles on every corner of your image like this. So we can create a circular image. That's so easy. Even we can also add some kind of 3D effect on this image. Click on this box shadow, and you can see this is a 3D effect. At last, we can click on update. Now it's time to put the content. So here we have this content. Now the good thing about Elementor is again that you can duplicate an existing element. So this is the heading, this is also an heading. Here we have created the heading and then this heading. So just duplicate it from here. So we are going to duplicate this heading, right click, then duplicate, and we can drop this heading inside this second column. That's so simple. Now let's go ahead, we can change this heading. So certified nutritionist and lifestyle coach. Okay, so we can click on this edit image or edit heading, sorry, and then paste it and then align it to left. In the same way, we can duplicate this heading, drop it just below the one that we have already created, and then we can change the text. So Dr. Laura Vidal. Go ahead, edit this heading and align it to left. All right, next is some text. So I think the same text we can also duplicate over there. So let's duplicate the text from here, and then we can drop it over here. I think there is also a button. Okay, so there's also a button. So let's go ahead and we can duplicate this button and then put it just below the text. Also, we need to align the text to left. Button should also be aligned to left. Now, next thing is that the button effect. Right now we can see there's a blank button, but when we put mouse on it, then it automatically fills the orange color. How we can do that? That's really simple. Firstly, I can copy my orange color code from here. Now let's go on to the button settings. It's time to jump onto the style. So right now we have two state, normal state and hover state. Normal state is the one that we have over here, and hover state means when we put mouse on it, then what should be happened. Okay, so firstly in the normal state, I can make the background color transparent, no background color. And then we can make the text color to orange. Text will be visible. It's time to increase the border. So firstly, we can set a border type. Here we have like dashed border, I think. okay, dashed border, and then we can increase the border width, or the width of the border can be set from here. So we can set it to 2 pixels or 3 pixel. Now next thing is border radius. So we can make this type of curve button. So in order to do that, simply increase the border radius like this. So I think I have created a similar button over here. We need to change the text. So let's go on to the content, and then we can change the text to learn more. Now it's time to play with the hover thing. So go on to the style tab again. On the hover, firstly we need to understand how exactly this looks like. When someone hover onto the button, then what should be the text color? So text color goes to white. So on the hover state, text color should be white, and background color should be orange. Okay, and border color should also be orange. Let's update, and we can check it onto the front page. Let's refresh it. All right, here we go. So we have created a button. Once we put mouse on it, then you can see it fills with the orange color and white text. So this is how easy to create any type of content onto the WordPress website with the help of Elementor plugin. I think there is also a background color over here. So let's copy the color code, inspect element, and then we can copy this color code. Again, we need to copy it. Okay, so it's time to set a background color of this entire section. Go over here. This is the outer section. Right click, edit, jump onto the style, and from here we can set the background color to the pink that we have copied. Also, if we can see over here, just above this image and the border of this outer section, they are very close to each other at the top and at the bottom. So let's go ahead and we can add some extra space in between these two things. I mean, between the image and the border of outer section. So this is what we call padding. Go on to the settings of outer section again. And here under the advanced tab, this is the last tab. Here you can see padding. So padding is also a kind of internal space. First of all, uncheck this icon. Otherwise, all the values will be increased simultaneously. Just uncheck it. Now we need to increase the top padding. So here is the top option. Just increase the value from here. And you can see space is adding. So let's add at least 30 pixels. In the same way, we can increase the bottom padding. I think that looks better. Now let's update it. And it's time to refresh our front page. Okay, let's scroll down. Here it is. So now we can see there is some extra space as well, and this section looks good with the hover effect onto the button. Let's go ahead and we can explore the next section. Okay, one more important thing. No one will teach you this thing. If you can see over here, this is a big image. I mean, the height of this image is big, and if we can see the right area, the content is aligned vertically middle. I mean, there is equal extra space at the top and bottom of this right column content. So this is what we call vertically center aligned content. So how we can do that? If you can check at our end, I mean on our website, all the content is sticked at the top and extra white space is at the bottom. So let's align it to vertically middle. Go on to the Elementor. Now, here we need to click on this column setting, right click and then edit column. Now under the layout, you can see vertical align. It is default, just make it middle. So all the content will adjust itself according to the entire height of the section. Also, we can increase this size of the first column. Let's make it 40. I think image is bigger. Okay, now let's update and we can refresh our front page. So this is how the content can be adjusted itself in the middle. And I think this image is not circular now. That's not a problem. Let's go ahead and we can again play with the border radius of this image. So go on to the image setting. Here is the border radius, just increase it. So now the image is circular. Now let's go ahead and we can check the next section. So this is the next section that has some kind of effect. There's a background image and this effect is called Parallax Effect. The background image is fixed and then we can put this kind of counter values. So go on to the Elementor. We can take another section. Now firstly we need to set a background image to this section because this is the background image that someone has set over there. So let's go back, go on to the section setting, then style. Under the background type, from here we can upload an image. So I'm going to upload a background image. I think this is the one. Let's open it. Alright, so the image has been uploaded. Let's click on insert media and that image will appear over here. So preview will be generated in this section. Now make sure to set the position to center. Repeat should be no repeat and size should be cover. Okay, now inside it we need to put some kind of counters. So firstly we need to take an inner section. Just click on this plus. We have this inner section put over here, and then in the first column we need to search for counter. So that is the counter. Just drop it over here and you can see this number is increasing. So 20 years of practice. So we can type here 20, then number suffix will be plus symbol. So plus will be added, and here in the title we can put years of experience. Now it's time to change the font color and rest of the things. So go on to the style. So from here we can change the text color to white. Now it is better visible. And from here we can change the title color. So it is orange color. Copy it from here, then go on to text color, and that is the orange color. Let's go ahead and we can change the typography. So we can put over here Poppins, and we can increase the font size as well, and let's make it more bolder. Okay, but let's check onto the nutritionist website. It is better visible over here because there's some kind of background overlay color is also there. So let's go ahead and we can set the background overlay color onto the outer section. Go on to the section settings of the outer section. Now here we have the style tab. Scroll down, jump onto the background overlay, and from here set background type and then check color, and let's make it a little bit darker. So the text would be better visible. Click outside. Now you can see it is better visible. Okay, now as I said, it is very good feature of the Elementor plugin that we can duplicate the elements. Even we can duplicate the entire column. So firstly delete the second empty column. And now we can duplicate the inner column 1, then again duplicate 2, and then again duplicate 3. Now one by one we can change the values. So let's go ahead, we can check 699k plus happy patients. Let's type here 699, and in this box we need to put k, and here we can type 12 certificates and diplomas. Alright, now let's click on update and refresh the front page. Okay, so here we have the section, but it is not parallax. The image is also moving. So let's go ahead and we can set the parallax effect. So go on to the outer section setting. Under the style tab here we can see the area from where we have set up the background image. So you need to check a few options like attachment. So make sure it is fixed over here, fixed. Now the image will show itself as fixed in the background. So that is the attachment option. Then click on update and we can refresh the front page. Okay, so we have created the similar section. Now it's time to create a section like this that has a heading, and then we have this type of content over here. So let's go back to the Elementor screen, and here we can take a new section. Alright, now in this section we can duplicate the top heading. Let's duplicate it and we can drop it inside the new section. Also we can duplicate this one, then drop it over here. Now let's change the text. So here we have reasons to work with me. We can paste it in this box, and this text has been changed. Also we can change the alignment to center. In the same way we can change this text. So I think it was written guaranteed results, and then we can set it to center. Okay, now let's check the next thing. Here we have some text as well. Let's copy it from here. Then we can open the text editor, drop it just below the guaranteed results, and we can paste the text in this box. Also we can align the text to center like this. Okay, now let's check the next thing. Alright, again we need to take a new section, and that section will be divided into 3 columns. So let's take a new section. It's time to take inner sections, and now we can add a new column. In the right column we have to display an image. So here we need to drop the image widget, then go ahead and upload an image. So that is the image. Let's open it. Now let's click on insert media and that image will appear over here. Also we need to add some border radius to add the curly corners. So firstly, make sure the image size should be full. We can align it to center and let's jump onto the style tab. Now from here we can change the border radius. So I'm just increasing the border radius into percentage. So now the corners are a little bit curly. Also we can add a box shadow effect like this. So that is basically a 3D effect. Now in the first box we need to take an image box widget. So here you need to search for image box. This is the image box. Just drop it over here. Now in this box or in this widget you can add an image along with the text. So right now on the dummy website we do have the same widget which has the image, then the heading and then some kind of description. So let's copy the heading from here. Now let's go back to the Elementor. Firstly we need to set the image. So I'm just going to upload the icon from my computer. So that is the icon. Let's click on insert media. That appears over here like this. Make sure the image size should be full. In the heading I can put the same heading that I copied, and here we can also copy the description. So that is just a single line of description. Let's paste it in this box. Now let us scroll down. Right now the image is at the top. We need to shift this image on the left hand side. So here we have the image position. Let's click on left and it goes on the left hand side. Now it's time to change the font color. So here we can check the font color is black. Alright, so let's go back to the style tab. Here we have the image tab. Let's close it, and then we have the content tab. So under the content tab you can see this typography and the color option. So from here we can make it dark black. Then we can jump onto the typography, and from here we can set the font family. So Lato is my favorite font. Also we can transform it to uppercase. So all letters are in uppercase, and we can set the font size from here. 20 pixel is fine. Also we can change the description color as well. So it is right now gray color. Let's make it a little darker. Yeah, that is better visible. Okay, now let's check few more options. So vertical alignment, it is top. Let's set it to middle. Okay, so the image goes in the middle. That's fine. And here we have the spacing option. So let's increase or decrease the space in between the title and the description. So I think 1 pixel is fine. That's okay. In the same way we can simply duplicate it, then again duplicate it, and it's time to duplicate this entire column. So let's duplicate this entire column. So we have the entire thing duplicated. It saved a lot of time. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now next thing is you can simply go ahead, edit each of these image boxes one by one. I'm not going to do it right now. Also we have to vertically align all these content to middle, because here we have some white space at the bottom of these widgets. So go to the column setting. Here we have this icon. Let's click on it. Then jump on to the layout tab. Here we have vertical align. Just set it to middle, and again do the same setting for this one. At last we can click on update. Now let's refresh our front page. Okay, so here we go. So this is how it looks like. It is almost similar to the one that we have over here. You can match the font size, font color, but this video is just for the demonstration how exactly the things work. So this is how it actually works, right? In the same way you can create all these sections. These are really super easy. Let's go ahead and we can create this type of section. So firstly we can create a new section over here. Let's take a new section. Okay. Now here we need to understand that in the half of the portion there's a big image. So we can divide this entire section into 2 columns. So here we can add one more column, add column like this. In the first column we can take the image. So here we have the image widget. Now let's set the image. It's time to upload the image. So here we have that image. Insert media. It appears like this. Let's set it to full. Okay, that's fine. Now in the right column we need to check what widgets are there. Okay, so there is a heading fitness training. Let's duplicate this heading and we can drop it inside the second column, and here we can type fitness training. Align it to left, and we need to decrease the font size as well. Also we can increase the font weight to 800 pixels. That's fine. Now I'm not going to add this heading. You can simply go ahead, use the text editor and add this heading. Let's add this type of thing. So this is basically called the icon list. So here we need to search for the icon list widget, ICON. This is the icon list. Just drop it below this heading. And firstly, we can see over here under the content tab, there are 3 tabs available. Just close the remaining 2 and we can work on the first one. So click on it, it will be expanded like this. In the text box, you can just put the text, whatever you would like to display. So this is the text. Now it's time to set the icon. So here we have the icon library. Just click on it. And here we can use this one. This is the check that they have used onto their website. Yeah, that is the one. Click on insert. It will appear like this. It's time to jump onto the style tab so that we can play with the color and rest of the things. So firstly, we can jump onto the icon tab and here we can change the color. So again, right click, inspect element, and we can get the color code. So use this color picker and get the color code. So this is the color code. Okay, now we can put it inside this icon color option. So just paste that code. Okay, so the icon color has been changed. We can increase the icon size. I think this one is fine. Also, we can change the font size as well. So go on to the typography and here we can increase the font size to match with the icon. Yeah, that looks better. Also, we can make it a little bit darker. That's okay. Now once you think that it is the perfect icon list, then go to the content and duplicate it. Here we have the duplicate option. Just click on it, it will be duplicated, then again and again and once again. So 5 icon lists we have created. Once you click on this area, it will appear over here. Or let's update it. Alright, now let's refresh our front page and we can scroll down. Here we have. So these are the icon list. And in the same way, you can also add the button. We already have created the button at the top. Just duplicate this button from here and then drop it below the icon list. At last, update. Now let's refresh it. Okay, so this is how the button looks like. Again, we need to vertically align this entire content to the middle. So that is really very simple. Go on to the column setting. And here we have vertical align, make it middle. Also one more thing, as you can see over here, this image is completely been affixed with the border of this browser on the left hand side. So let's go ahead and we can do the same. Firstly, go to this first column setting because we have placed this image in the first column. Go on to the advanced and make sure the padding is 0 as well as margin is 0. Next thing, go on to the external section setting and here we can set the margins to 0 and padding should also be 0. And then jump onto the image setting, go on to the advanced, set the margin to 0 and padding to 0. Now let's click on update and we can check how exactly the image looks like now. Okay, now let's refresh it. Okay, so it is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We can remove this space as well. Let's check it out. Now go on to the section setting. Here we have another setting for this section. Go on to the layout. Here you can see content width boxed, make it full width. Now let's check it out. Okay, it's time to refresh. There are so many settings that we have to play with in order to match the things. So now you can see this image is completely been affixed with the border, and here we can add the space as well because this section is completely been sticked with this image. So here we have the column gap as well. Just make it no gap or narrow or expanded or custom. So here we can increase the gap. Let's increase it. 20 pixel is fine, then update. So this is how, guys, you can completely make a web page without writing a single line of code. In the same way, all these sections can be created. This is really super easy. Just go ahead, duplicate the section, alter the columns, and then edit the content. Again, you can duplicate it. So that's really super easy. And here we have the testimonial section. So this is for your assignment. We have the testimonial widget as well, as you can go over here and search for TESTI. So this is the testimonial carousel or testimonial, I mean the individual testimonial. So you can use that as well. So that is really super easy. Now it's time to create the menu. Now what I want to do, I'm going to make this web page as a one-page website. So when someone click on a menu, that will be automatically scrolled to the specific section. So what you need to do, firstly we need to write a name, or we need to assign a name to all the sections. Let's say this is the first section. So we can go on to the section setting. Under the advanced, here you can see CSS ID. So in this box you can give it any name, just like home. Make sure there should not be any space. So now this is the name of this section. In the same way, we can jump onto the second section and we can give it a name just like about. Then here we can jump onto the third section and we can give it a name like achievements. And then we can jump onto the next one and here we can give it a name just like training, and then update. So we have assigned a specific name to each of these sections. Now to create the menu, we need to go back onto the WordPress dashboard. So simply open the domain and then add wp-admin. Now under the appearance, you need to click on menu. Okay, now firstly we need to give it a name just like main menu. You can give any name, this is just for your reference. And make sure under the display location, you have to select primary menu if you are using the Astra theme. These options varies as per the themes that we use into the WordPress. At last, click on create menu. Now we need to jump onto this custom links. Here we have the link text box and the URL box. In the link text box, you can type the menu name just like home. And in the URL box, you need to pass the URL. So firstly, you need to enter your website name, that is https:// and after that add /, then hashtag, and then name of the section where you would like the user to be scrolled when he click on this menu. So here I'm going to type home. Click on add to menu. So it will appear over here like this. Again, we can type another menu just like about. Now here we need to pass the link again, that is https:// and here we need to pass the name of the second section, that is about. I'm just copying it, add to menu. So one by one you have to repeat this process. Okay, at last click on save menu. It's time to refresh the front page. Here we go. So we have total 4 menus over here. Once I click on about, you can see it is scrolled automatically to the about section. In the same way, if we click achievements, it goes on to the achievement. This is the achievement section. In the same way, let's click on training. So here is the training. So this is how you can create a one-page website. Now it's time to set the logo over here. So let's go back to the WordPress. Now under the appearance, you can see this customize option. Once you click on it, the theme panel comes up. So these are the theme customization panel. Here you can find a lot of options. To set the logo, just click on this header builder. And here you can find out this option, logo. Let's click on it. Now from here you can upload a logo. So let's click on select logo, upload files, and we can upload a logo. So this is the logo. Let's click on open, then select, skip cropping, at last publish. From here you can also control the width of this logo. So like this, I think that looks better. Publish, and then refresh our front page. So this is how you can set the logo, you can create the menus, you can create the sections. There are so many widgets also available into the Elementor, like this one, form. So you can use this form element in order to create the contact form, but this is a premium one, as if you click on it, it asks you to purchase the Elementor Pro. So there are so many premium widgets also available in the Elementor. These are the basic one which are free, and here you can see the pro widgets, but you cannot drag and drop. If you will try, it will ask you to purchase the pro version, which costs around $50, I think so. Let me check the exact price. Okay, let's jump onto the pricing one. Here we go. So this is around $49 per year. We are already using the free one. This is the free one, and it offers you just the basic widgets. But if you would like to use the pro widgets, around 50 plus pro widgets and 300 plus templates and all that, then you have to purchase the Elementor from here. But I have a website from where you can get this Elementor Pro Page Builder for a very huge discounted price. You can simply go on to wpscratch.com. This is the website which sells all these premium plugins and theme at up to 90% discounted price. So here you can see at the very bottom, this is the Elementor Pro page builder for just $10, and you can use it on multiple websites. Also, you can search your desired product in this box just like Elementor. So these all are the Elementor widgets. So this website has more than 3000 premium stuff, and you can purchase them at a very huge discounted price. Even you can sign up for their membership, which hardly costs around $39 a month, and they offers you to download all the products for just $39, and it is valid for complete 1 month. So this website can save a lot of your money. And Elementor Pro is the great plugin that can help you to build and add more features to your website. So I hope it was easy for you to understand the entire development mechanism with WordPress. In case if you have any question, please drop me your comments. And if this video was helpful, please hit the like button, share this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much.